Hello, guys. Mandy here. So, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you hear people say self love is the whole thing? Like, in fact, this entire rave about the whole self love thing seems to want to drive you crazy, right? Well, for me, it used to be like that until I found that it was actually true. Honestly, self love cures a lot of things, including loneliness. You know, when you feel so lonely, but you actually like yourself, you don't feel lonely anymore. It's crazy. There's this need to roll your eyes when you hear self love. It's all about self love. In fact, wow, it's crazy, but it's true. Everything in your life starts and ends with you, darling. Yeah, it does. It's true. It might seem like the craziest thing, and you wonder, wait, has Jesus not been teaching us to love others? You know, but guess what? Christ said, love your neighbors as you love yourself. Did you hear self love there? So it means that if you first do not love yourself, you will not be able to love another. You see why I said it all begins with you? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should just end this video here because I've sent my message, but no, maybe I haven't. Let's move further. So for me, in my own journey, like I said, I was in a situationship that was very interesting. It was an interesting dynamic. I never met the guy. I think I said this already in the previous video. We never met, but we knew each other. I didn't really know him from school, but of course, he went to my uni, and so we got talking and blah blah blah. Once he let it out, I liked him a lot, and it didn't work out because well, he has things he needs to sort out, and I also did too, apparently. So but of course it was, I mean, I was really into it, and just didn't work out, and so I got very heartbroken. I guess it was the first time I was really that heartbroken. For me to actually have broken up, like broken down like that, I think it was the very first heartbreak. Anyway, so that one situation just pushed me to just go back into myself. I had the first whole no love thing, this love sucks, blah blah blah. But I know now that love doesn't suck. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, so um, I went through that whole love sucks, blah blah blah, yada yada. But again, I was able to move past the anger, forgive myself, again, self. I forgave myself, moved on. And then I started getting interested in me. You know, I wanted to know what makes me tick. And that was where my self love journey started. And so I started just going back into myself, just understanding me. Why do I behave like this? Do I really like being confronted? You know, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Oh yeah, I really can't focus very well. But weaknesses, ugh, maybe I really get irritated about certain things. Yeah, like talking too much. Like, wow, I can really be okay. So I got interested in myself, you know, got to understand why I behave the way I do. I basically just decided to use my psychology on myself, like understand me, you know, why the whole thing hurt me that much, and what I could have done better. Not like I was really looking forward to anything I could have done better, basically, but I was just really looking back into myself. And so I realized that from the point of knowing myself, I moved deeper into understanding other things because I wanted to know. as in it's crazy for me because I went from just knowing that basic things about my physical self, my health, my body. When I start feeling temperature, high temperature, whatever, all those things, my menstrual cycle, understanding how it impacts my body, the kind of food that I would eat that would make me feel a certain way. I got really into me, understanding myself. Um, I also, started getting interested in, okay, I must have like spirit guides. Why did I get to know them too? So I just started going in and getting to know my guide, getting to know my angels, and okay, and then I find that I'm getting more interested in, the mystical stuff, which is like my juice. Those kind of things that just get me all juiced up, get me all revved up and ready to go. I like the mystical things, the things that are deep, the things with meaning, deeper meaning, so basically all I'm just trying to say is everything starts from you. Everything begins with you. And I can say that categorically for every single one of us, because you obviously, based on the scripture, the Jesus statement about loving your neighbor as you love yourself, you cannot love anybody else unless you start to love yourself. See, it's like this: love your neighbor as you love yourself. If I say as you love yourself, it means that the same way you love yourself, love another person. You won't be able to do it if you do not love yourself. So it starts from you. Self-love just opens you up to a lot of things. It all begins with you. The moment you start to go into yourself, you start to go into another person. You start to get more. I have to pause it because of the sound of the airplane. Okay, we're back. So yeah, you start to go into yourself. You're starting to understand you, but you also getting to understand another person. If you know that, like for me, when I found that I actually, you get the best out of me when I get to spend at least maybe 20-40 minutes in the morning up by myself, just having my own morning me time. I get the best out of my day. When I started understanding that about me, I get more tolerant of people who like to just have some time off, just leave me alone, nah, 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 whatever. Before now, I'll be like, what's wrong with this one, sir? But I know that maybe that's what works for that person. And so you get more tolerant of other people. You're more patient also with other people. So it's like a two-way street, but it's like the door is in. You have to go from yourself to getting to understand other people. When you can be patient with yourself during certain times, you would understand that, okay, this person is being a blabbermouth right now, maybe because they're going through stuff. Now, again, this whole thing, every one of us would eventually come to the place where we can go back within. Now, there are some people who have had who they've literally been forced by maybe their team, or based on their soul's plan, they decide that, okay, at a certain time in my life, I'm going to have like a badass accident that's going to come and shake things up. So that I can begin to focus more and go within and to understand how I can be of service more to the world. So it all starts with you. When you begin to look into yourself, you begin to understand yourself, and then you begin to understand how you can give more of yourself to the world in service. The way you can actually put yourself out to the world, how you can serve, is when you understand the way things work with you. And that's why I said it all begins with you. Nobody else can start it for you. Nobody else can tell you what's good for you. Nobody else can tell you what next you should do with your life. In fact, if people continue to tell you things about yourself, check within yourself to see if it's true. You know this already. It's you. It all begins with you. If you want to change the world, begin first to change yourself. You are constantly mirroring the world. It's called the law of correspondence. Now, if there is peace within you. If you get to the point where you understand yourself, you find peace within yourself, you're more aligned, look around you. Your world is going to mirror who you are within. If you found out, because each and every one of us, at the core of us is love. We're all pure, unconditional love. But of course, a lot of things in this physical plane has clouded that reality, which is the truth. But once you're able to understand that, you begin to see it in your world. You get to the point where you understand that you yourself, you're love. You start treating people like they themselves are love. They will mirror that back to you. They will treat you to love very lovingly, and so before you know it, you have like so many loving people all around you, and then it will seem like your world is filled with butterflies and butter. But basically, it all begins with you. Whatever you want to see in your world, see it first in yourself. See it first in yourself. People will not treat you with respect until you start to respect yourself. People will not treat you with love unless you start to treat yourself with love. And when you start to treat yourself with love, you'll be able to treat others with love. When you start to respect yourself, you'll also be able to respect others, and others will be able to respect you, and you'll be able to respect others and others. You get the point. It's like a two-way street. It's a two-way dance. It comes like this, but it has to start with you. It begins with you. So that's the end of my story. At least for now. Drop your comments. If you have any questions, drop it there. I know I've said some things here and there that's going to bring up questions. If you have them, drop them in the comment section. Guys, stay magic. Me, I love you. I'm gonna see you later.